Good morning, everyone. I just stepped out today because the weather is so good. It's been raining all night, and sometimes uh, when it rains, I love to come out in the morning and just like soak in the weather. I don't know if you've heard about petrichor. That's the smell when it rains, and the smell and the soil smells a certain way. I love that smell so much. So every time it rains, I try to step outside, just be in space, walk around, and like think. So today, there's something that's been on my mind which I think is important to talk about, which is mindset. The importance of like having the right mindset. So sometimes you might feel there's only one way to do things, or you're looking at things through a certain perspective, and all you require is a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift just to switch totally the way you look at things. I'll give an example of this. There's a book I was reading where the lady was talking about how very early in the morning she was on a train, and right on the train, while she was on the train, it was so quiet, everybody was there. I think it was like 7 a.m., everyone was going to work and all that, and then suddenly a man just walked into the train, and it was so quiet, so calm, and somebody just walked into the train with two kids, and the two kids were so noisy, and it just shifted the whole atmosphere because everybody there, some people were already almost asleep. And then two kids walk into the train and start making noise, and the dad, undisturbed, he just sat down, he just put his head back and dropped his stuff, and he wasn't even bothering about like containing the kids and making sure they don't make a nuisance. And that's how one of the people on the train, the lady that was telling the story, she was like so upset. She was visibly upset. How can a man come with his kids into the train and he doesn't even control them, nothing, and he just lets them just run around wild? And so she had to like tap the guy and be like, "Excuse me, sir, like your kids are making a mess, like do something, they're just running around," and all that. And you know what he said? He said, "Well, I would have I can't remember exactly what he said, but in simple terms, he just said he's just coming right now from the hospital where their mother died." So you see, that simple statement caused the paradigm shift. It made the lady that was previously complaining and shouting and making it look like everything was like a big issue, she changed her mind, and she started to ask him, "Oh wow, I'm so sorry about that. Oh, when did that happen? How can I help? Can I assist with the children? Is there anything you need?" So if she hadn't asked that particular question, there's no way on earth she would have had that paradigm shift. She would have still been thinking the same way. She would have still had the same thoughts in her mind, So, but by asking that question, it opened her mind to a whole new perspective, a different way of seeing things. So, same thing. Another example I can give is like germ theory. I don't remember when germs were known to be around, but before the medical department or medical part of the world actually found out that germs are the things that are killing a lot of people. Before, it was just like always there's a lot of women and children die during childbirth. Always, that was the issue before. A lot of women and children die during childbirth. A lot of women and children die during childbirth. So people were wondering what's the cause, what happens, what causes things like this, only for people to end up finding out that the actual cause was germs. So before people had that paradigm shift to determine and to find out that the actual cause of all of these deaths were germs, imagine all the thoughts they would have been thinking about: witchcraft, this, maybe it's just women that die, maybe a lot of women naturally die during childbirth, maybe nobody thought that, because during childbirth there's a lot of fluid, and the way people handle things and handle the woman and the kids, that could have been passing like bacteria to all the people who are involved and killing a lot of people in the process. So very important mindset, having the right mindset when you want to do anything, when you want to start anything. Thinking about how you see the world, can actually change the way you achieve or go forward to like achieve things.